Hey guys. Okay, so here's the preview component 2.0 integration into UMSP. Kind of an overview. It'll be broken up into a couple parts. One will be the generic setup for all skeletons, and then I'll branch off into the Metahuman section, and then I'll show the features and all that stuff near the end. So that's the plan. Anyway, you're going to want to get your component download from Patreon, and once you have the component, you'll just want to copy your downloaded one. Make sure you get the proper engine version. This will be for Unreal Engine 5.3, 5.4, 5.5. I'm going to be doing this in 5.5, so I'll copy it over to my project here. You want to go into the content folder, just paste it, right click, 7-zip, extract here. And when you extract here, you're going to want it'll extract just a plain components folder. It has to say components. You go into it, you'll see preview component and then the new structure and stuff that I've set up. So once that's done, you're going to want to open the project. Once you open the project, first thing you want to do is just to double check you won't have metahumans. This is a fresh project, so I'm going to show you how to set it all up. I just added metahumans to this for the example of this video. Go into the components folder, open up the preview component, and just make sure this shows up. If this does not show up, it means you've probably put in the wrong engine version component zip into your project. So just make sure they match up 5.3 into 5.3 Unreal Engine, etc., etc. So now that you've got this and it's showing up for you, then you just want to go to content. You want to go to the Ultimate Survival Pack, Blueprints, Characters, and when you're in here, you're going to want to search for Event Update Armor. It'll take you right to this one here. We will add the preview component. Similar setup to the old video, just it's actually easier now. Except with the Metahuman integration, it's a little bit extra steps after you're done doing all this initial stuff. So if you are doing this for your Metahuman, then you need to do this anyway, so follow along still. Okay, so you got the character preview component added. You're going to want to drag it in. You're going to want to drag off and search for refresh. I don't know why my Unreal Engine is doing this. It's only when I record. It like magnifies, like I can't type or nothing. There we go. Refresh. You're gonna want to copy this, paste it down here too. Drag this back, make some room. I'll plug this in, plug that in. And then this one we're gonna want to just plug in on the completed. Don't put it on the loop because it'll loop and refresh everything over and over and over, and especially on metahumans, it's going to keep refreshing the grooms and all that stuff, which is just a lot of unnecessary refreshing. Just make sure it's off of the completed. You only want it to run once on the hide customization. Compile, save. So you're almost done in here now. All we have to do is add the tags to your meshes that you want to see or hide. So the best way to do that is if you click the component here, get rid of visible. I have a section here that says custom tags. If you open it up, these are the 3 tags that I use. Okay, so I put these here so you guys can just copy paste. So for the main mesh, the mesh that you want to show up in the display, you want to copy this, Control C. Go to your main mesh. You won't have this face unless you've got metahumans. So go to your main mesh. If you've got another main mesh underneath this that's using live retargeting, you're going to want to select that mesh instead. So for example, the gas project, this would be the UEFN character. So that wouldn't be your main mesh. That would be one you want to hide, and you want to put it onto the actual mesh that you want people to see. So we'll go mesh, type in tags. You want to hit this plus, add the tag. I've already got it, so make sure it says preview main on it. And then you're going to want to go back down to your this one. Find another mesh. So for example, that gas project, you're going to want this preview ignore. You hit Control C, go up to the UEFN character so it doesn't so the preview component can skip it, and you'll just want to change this to preview ignore, and then obviously keep the main on whichever one's your main, right? So I'll leave this at preview main, compile and save. Okay, and then last one, and this is for the metahuman people, the ones that are using the metahumans. Click on here, and there'll be a metahuman face tag. You want to get this face tag, and you want to apply it to the actual metahuman face. So I've already added it here. I just hit the plus, paste it in there. Now you're done 100% in the character blueprint. So we can close that. Actually, let's leave it open. Next, we'll go back to content, components. Nope, sorry, content, ultimate survival pack, widget, and you can add this preview armor to any window you want, but I am going to add it to the armor panel because that's just where I keep adding it. So for this here, because we're going to replace this because nobody really wants to see that, right? That's why you guys are getting this component. So you click on this image, make sure that image 96 is selected. So instead of doing the create brush and all that stuff, I've already got a widget set up for it. So what we want to do for this now is click on tint. We want to change this to invisible. Now if we want to hide these from showing up when you're selecting them in your game, if you just go find references by class member, you can double click one of these that show up, and it'll take you to this set body part visibility. This will be connected. All you want to do is just disconnect it. Okay, and we're almost done now. Just got to in here search for preview, drag this preview character into this overlay where the image is, click on it, and you just want to fill it there. That's essentially it. Now we can close that window, go to showcase, and we can test it out. So, oh, hang on, I have it set to metahuman right now. Okay, so now you can see that it's working. What the heck? I got no loot. Let's just let my character die real quick. Okay, so now when we open it up, you can see that it's got preview character. So yeah, that's how you do this. So I'm going to pause it right now, and I'm going to set up the metahuman to show off the rest of how to set it up, and the things that'll need to be done for it to work. It's extra additional steps for the metahuman users, and then I'll come back, put this character back on, and show you the features and stuff that it comes with it. So just I'll have timestamps in this video. Okay, so quickly here, if I go back to the third person character, you can see that I've added the head to the metahuman. However, I've got it following the leader pose bone, whatever it is, leader pose, and you can see that right now it's the UE4 animations, so it doesn't fit properly, but the whole point of this is just to show that the grooms are in here. And that it'll still work. So once you have your metahuman character all set up and everything, you're going to want to go down to the preview, character preview, and you're going to want to select this skeleton type, and you're going to want to go to metahuman. It's not going to say work in progress broken. I'll change that if I remember. But you want to select metahuman. What that'll do is allow the animations and stuff to play, which animations will be in this data table. I'll get to that later. Okay, so now we've got that all set up. Again, sorry, this looks super ugly. But the point is just to show that the grooms and stuff are here, and it'll show up in the component. So anyway, now next year when I go to content, components, preview component, blueprints, open up the BP character preview. And again, this is only for Metahuman that you need to do this. So when you install this component, chances are it's going to be connected like this to bypass Metahuman. This will be disconnected, and you'll probably have a bunch of errors in this area here. Okay, I'll try and remember to just, once it's finished, copy this to that blueprint website, and you can just paste it in here. Delete this and paste it in. But what you're going to want to do when you come in here, if you want to do it manually, is disconnect this pin and drag it into this so that you can enable this add Metahuman grooms event. Then what you're going to want to do is, this will probably be disconnected, these will be disconnected, and this is probably just going to say add component, not add groom component, so I'll get to that here in a minute. So you're going to want to basically create this with all the pins connected. So pause it if you need to see this setup. I'll just show you again real quick, so in case you need to pause. Okay, so this is what you're probably going to want to do. So you're going to want to click on this and search for groom component, which will be this one. You'll select it. Once it's selected, then you're going to want to drag this, connect it. If this was already connected, just quickly disconnect it, compile it, reconnect it so that this pin comes out as groom component object. Because if you don't, and you connect this, it's just going to come up as actor component, and these will never connect, even if you change this to groom. Compile it, it'll stay actor component, so just disconnect it, compile, reconnect it. Now it'll come up as groom. Then you'll want to connect these to here, this to here. Now if this says add component, to get the add groom component, you're going to right click, well, you could search for it now, but it's not going to show up. So add groom. Oh, I guess it is. If it doesn't show up, you just want to uncheck this and select add groom component. Then what you're going to want to do is just disconnect these pins, drag them down, drag them down, drag them down, drag these off of here, connect it, disconnect this, delete it, and put this there. Okay, so you're almost done. These ones here will probably be grayed out, not working either, and you won't be able to drag this in and connect it. It's probably not going to work. So all you got to do is just search for these. So, groom. Oh, I hate when it does this. I don't know why it's doing this. Stupid recording. Okay, groom. Asset. So you'll want to get groom asset, and then you're going to want to do get binding asset. Once you have those, you want to drag off, and then off groom asset you want to go set groom asset, and then you'll just connect it to here, and you'll drag this into there. Same with this one, binding asset. Pretty straightforward. You guys should know how to do this. And that'd be essential. And if for some reason you don't have the set bound scale, just do the set bound scale and drag it off of this add groom component and set this to 5 and add it to the end. And then that's it. Your Metahuman stuff should be working perfectly fine. So if we go to this, press play, should be able to see oh no, I didn't set up this preview component. Oh, we gotta connect this pin. So yeah, make sure that's connected too. Okay, and that's it. Now it should work. There you go. Now you can see the grooms are on his face. You should have hair grooms and stuff show up too, but this isn't working very well, but yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to switch this back and show all the features. Yeah, Metahuman stuff is done now, so that's it for the setup. Be right back. Okay, so to show off some of the features, now that that's all been set up, what you're going to want to do, I guess I'll show this off first. So if you go in, this is just some of the things that you can do. So now you've got animation box, which this box you can disable too. So if you don't want it, you can disable it. If you click on it, you can pick between different animations. So you can have like the dancey mode. You can have all these different animations, whatever you populate a data table with, and I'll get to that and I'll show you after that later. So if I click walk, you can see that you can see what your character looks like moving in their clothing or emotes or whatever you want. So yeah, so there's obviously that. Let me see. I'm just gonna cheat in some clothing, so shirt, leggings, boots, and cap. Alright, so got the shirt, pants, boots, and hat. So there you go, and then you can now rotate your character. You can move the character up and down. So if you want to look at the face and zoom in or something. And when you're done and you don't feel like resetting and back to the way it was, you can hit the reset button that I've now added. Back to idle. Zoom is scroll wheel. And then just click and drag for this. So that's some of the features there. So now extra features. Item slot. Okay, that's a UMSP error. Anyway, so if I go into here, character preview, you have options. Metadata users, I've already showed you this, but you can select a skeleton type. So you got UE4. If you've got a UE5 mannequin, you can select this. Metahuman, and then custom skeleton. So if you don't have any skeletons that match up and you're retargeting to a different type of skeleton, then you're going to want to select this custom skeleton. The purpose of these skeleton types is purely for the animations and the animation list, so that you can have the proper animations playing. And you don't have to change them all out. You can swap them out in case you have like a male UE4 character and a female UE5 character or something. I don't know how you have your game set up, but yeah. So that's essentially it. This ties into the animations. So let's start with the animations then. So you open up the animation tab. You can enable and disable that drop down. So if I disable this, you can see it just automatically defaults to the idle animation. So if you want to have the animation list, you can re-enable it. And then the data table, this is where you store your animations that show up in that list. So I will add another animation. So currently right now idle, I've got UE4 animation, UE5 animation. I don't have any Metahuman animations yet because a lot of the projects that you guys install won't have skeletons for Metahumans already in there. So it'll be up to you to retarget your own animations and just throw it in here. So you can go to any of these and then just right click, retarget animations, and then set it to a UE or Metahuman skeleton. So in the animations, yeah, right now you got idle. Now this, well, we'll get to that, I guess. yeah, you get different types. So UE4, UE5, Metahuman animation, and then this is the custom skeleton. So like I said, if you don't have any animations or skeletons compatible with these first three, and you get a custom one, just add your new custom animation into here after retargeting these. Okay, so let's create a new one just to show you how it works. Add a new one. I'm going to call this idle, or not idle, crouch. But you can add whatever animations in here you want. So now this one here, the animation name is case sensitive, okay? So I'm going to put it lowercase right now, like I'll do crouch. Upper first and then crouch rest. UE4, I'm just going to use the UMSP animation for this for now. So we'll do unarmed crouch. So unarmed crouch idle. So we'll just test this out now, and just pay attention. This here is not all uppercase. I left it this way on purpose. You can put it either way. So you go into the game and you can see idle is capital. It's because of that box. So crouch is now not capital. And I think that with all these capitals everywhere else, you may want to have that capitalized. So you just put it in caps in that data table. So I will change that to all caps. Oops. So now when I play and I select it, I can go crouch. Now you can see your character's crouching. Yep, and it'll automatically populate this list as you add new rows to that data table. So that's how you add new animations. Okay, next feature. When that's selected, we can close that up. Now I've added a couple visual effects features. Okay, so we'll start with camera first. So the camera has its own data asset. If you open it up, you can set the field of view, the default field of view. So if you find that the camera's slightly too close, just increase this to like something like 25 or something, and the character's going to appear a little bit further away as the default value. This is the transform for the camera. So if you find that you want its feet higher, just give it a little bit of a rotation and play with these settings. And yeah, you can adjust your camera with these. So that's the camera features. If you guys find any bugs or anything, just let me know and I will work on them. Or if you have more features, let me know and I'll add them. I had one feature request, which I think I still will end up doing, which is to pass in the gun blueprint and then have it so that the preview character is holding the weapon and playing the proper animation for that weapon, which I do plan on doing, I think, at some point, just not right now. I got other things I need to work on. Camera's done. Next up is particles. So you can see there's dust floating in the background here. That's going to be the exact same thing in the character preview. All I did was just add that feature into here. So, and this will get picked up in the viewport. If you don't want the dust, then you can just go to third person character and disable particles. Okay, that or just remove this, doesn't matter. So if you go into the game, I don't know if you noticed it, but you can see there's little dust particles that are actually visible here. You'll see kind of some in the background here, but they're blurry. This just kind of makes it, gives it a little bit of an extra effect in the, this too. You can add whatever you want to it. For example, let's just do fire. You can add whatever particles you want, snow falling, whatever. So you can see characters now on fire. So I'll change that back to dust. Okay, so that's the particle feature, and last but not least is the lighting. So you can change the intensity. So if you find that this is too bright, your character just pops a little too much, come in here and just lower this. So default is 3.29. I found that pretty nice with this low poly stuff, but let's just say you want to drop it to 2.29. Make it a little darker. So now it's not so bright, right? And then you can also, change the color. Right now it's set to pure white, so you can set it to like a slight pink or something, like a sunset. So yeah, now they show up a little pink. Maybe you want it yellow for like a more of a sun effect. So let's try yellow. Maybe it's too much yellow. But you want it off of, just off the white color. So yeah, it kind of gives it like a sunlight. Well, sunlight's brighter, so I guess let's increase the brightness real quick. So it was at 3.29, let's try that. Can go even brighter if you want. So gives it a little bit of like a sun glow. Oops. Let's go with this. Let's go 5. Probably way too bright. Yeah, so now the character is even brighter. I find white looks the best, that's why I left it. But added this feature in case you want to just change it off of that. Slightly too bright. I don't know, I like the default value. I found 3.29 perfect for me. Yeah, looks just about the right light. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. You have any feature requests, like I said, just let me know. I hope you enjoy. Any questions, message me on Discord. Comment on this video. Yeah, have a great day, guys.